I'm back with my June 2021 debt update. As you can see, I'm trying to come up with some type of setup and I'm not doing a very good job, so any feedback would be very much appreciated. If you'd like to see where my debt-free journey started, you can watch this video right here. You can also find it down below in the description. And if you missed my May 2021 debt update, you can also find that one up here and down in the description. So let's get into this debt update. As a reminder, we're starting with the loan with the least amount owed and finishing with the loan with the most amount owed. First is my credit card. As mentioned many times previously, I use credit cards for everything I'm able to. I just pay them off every month so I can avoid paying interest and reap the rewards at the same time. However, the credit card that we're talking about right now has 0% interest until July 2021, and we're getting down to the wire, so I really need to pay it off. On May 4th, my credit card had a balance of $1,100, and as of today, June 4th, that balance is $550. This is a principal reduction of $550, and this credit card will be paid off next month. I'm very tempted to just pay this whole card off right now, but that money could be going toward a loan that's accruing interest, so I really need to hold myself back. Next is our mattress. Can I just tell you that I wake up every day in pain? My husband loves this mattress, but I feel like it's taking years off my life. So don't buy a purple mattress if you don't sleep on your stomach. Anyway, our purple mattress loan is for 4 years and it has 0% interest. The minimum monthly payment is $92, and this is the amount we're paying every month. We won't pay more than that because it's not accruing interest. We're essentially borrowing this money for free. On May 4th, we owed $2,492.43. As of today, June 4th, that balance is now $2,400.43. So this is obviously a principal reduction of only that $92. This is probably our least exciting loan, but it's got to be in here, so here it is. Okay, our loan with the next lowest balance is our solar panels. This loan is for 10 years with 3.99% interest. Our minimum payment is $187.90, but the loan company we have will rebalance this loan in August. They're doing this because when you purchase solar panels, you receive a tax credit, and they expect you to put this toward your loan. I love you. You don't have to, but if you don't, you'll see an increase in your monthly payment after the rebalance. Now, I told you in the last video, Katie, you're in my light. Can you hear my cat? She's purring like right into the microphone. Now, I told you in the last video that we plan to just attack this loan until it's completely paid off. This is still true, and the way I've forecasted our finances, I have this loan being fully paid in February. So we're not following the snowball method because if we were, we'd pay off the credit card and then the mattress. But we're not doing that because, as mentioned previously, those are 0% interest loans and we're borrowing the money for free. Anyway, the amount we owed on May 4th was $18,555.98. And as of today, June 4th, the amount owed is $17,117.67. That's a principal reduction of $1,438.31. We paid $61.69 in interest. I cannot wait to get this one paid off, and we only have 8 months to go. Next is my husband's student loan. Unfortunately, this is a private student loan, which has not been deferred, so we've been making regular payments this entire time. It's a 10-year loan with a 5.35% interest rate. But at least we get to save a whole 1/4% with auto pay. This makes the effective interest rate 5.1%. The minimum payment is $369.06, but we've been paying $500 a month. I'm so sorry if you can hear my cat snoring. Yes, my cat snores and she is laying right here. So the amount owed on May 4th was $24,809.61. As of today, June 4th, the amount owed is $24,414.44. This is a principal reduction of $395.17, and we paid $104.83 in interest. My husband has been trying very hard to refinance this loan. Unless he puts me on it, his debt-to-income ratio is somehow too high. He refuses to put my name on it because he says if he dies, then the loan would become my responsibility, and I get that, but come on, interest rates are so low right now. Anyway, let's move on to our backyard. It's a home equity loan, and it consists of our pool and landscaping. It's a 15-year loan, and it has a 6.25% interest rate. Our minimum payment is $469.23 a month, but we've been paying $600. On May 4th, the balance was $52,618.49. As of today, June 4th, the balance is $52,315.40. This is a measly principal reduction of $329.56. We paid $270.44 in interest. I hate this loan with a burning passion, but I have to remember that it's a marathon and not a sprint. And finally, we have our mortgage. This is a 30-year mortgage with a 3.375 interest rate. We closed on our house in August of 2019, so it was a little bit before the interest rates just plummeted. In my last debt update video, I told you that our minimum payment, including escrow, was $1,615.34, but we were informed that we had been overpaying escrow. So our new minimum payment is $1,584.16. We have always paid $1,700 every month to our mortgage, so that's what we're sticking to. On May 4th, the balance on our mortgage was $285,070.81. As of today, June 4th, our balance is $284,450.60. This is a principal reduction of $620.21. We paid $801.76 in interest. I love it when I pay more in interest than in principal. So now let's get into the subtotal of our debt, which is just everything excluding the mortgage. On May 4th, our subtotal was $99,576.51. We had just made it under the $100,000 mark, and my cat is snoring so loud right now, I apologize. But our weighted interest rate was 5.317%. Our minimum payment was $1,668.19. So the subtotal as of today, June 4th, is $96,797.94. The weighted interest rate is 5.37. The minimum payment remains at $1,668.19. This is a principal reduction of $2,778.57. We paid $436.96 in interest, which is actually not too bad. We didn't have as much of a change in this video as we had in the last video, but I'll take it. Alright, now we're down to our grand total. This is everything, including the mortgage. On May 4th, our grand total was $384,647.32. The weighted interest rate was 3.878. Our minimum monthly payment, including escrow, was $3,283.53. Today, our grand total debt is $381,248.54. The weighted interest rate is 3.881%. Our minimum monthly payment for all of our debt is $3,252.35. This is a principal reduction of $3,398.78. We paid a total of $1,238.72 in interest. My plan to pay off this debt is pretty much the same as it was in our last debt update. The credit card will be paid off next month when the 0% interest expires, so we've only got one payment of $550 left. Next, we'll have our solar panels paid off in February of 2022. This brings us to the student loan. As mentioned earlier, my husband is actively trying to refinance this loan. But if things remain the same, we're planning to have this one paid off in August of 2022. After that, we're planning to have our backyard and mattress paid off at the same time in July of 2023. But we're considering refinancing our house after our solar panels are paid off and rolling the backyard into it. But either way, in July of 2023, we should only have the mortgage left to pay off. And that brings us to our mortgage. If we do end up paying it off early, I have us forecasted to have it completely paid in August of 2027. Of course, if we end up refinancing, that date will change. I'd like to acknowledge that anything can and probably will happen between now and these forecasted payoff dates. So I've decided to continue on with monthly debt update videos. And I've been thinking about doing some type of vlog where I talk about how I'm feeling about my debt-free journey, because I don't think it's really talked about enough. So if you're interested in following along with my debt-free journey, feel free to subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, I appreciate you so much. If you want to see how I made my June budget by tracking all of my May expenses, click on this video right here. Thank you so much for being part of my journey, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye!